Why is Diddy in the chat? Why you always play his music? It's Diddy. What can I say? What can I say? What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. If your day's not going good, I hope tomorrow is better. And subscribe, click the subscribe button and notification bell for subscribe and give your loyalty. We have our second Discord Q&A. For those that may not be familiar with this, which, I mean, it's pretty self-explanatory. It's just a Q&A that I host from questions that people ask in my Discord server. And there's a whole section that's meant for questions that I always answer that you guys would like me to answer, I guess. If you aren't already a part of the community, please join. Listen, if you want to be a part of videos like this, but beyond that, it's just an amazing community to be a part of. And also we are doing a giveaway at 1,000 members and we're almost at 900. So hop over, top link in the description down below. First question that we have is coming from 𝑗Prgal. I'm probably butchering it, but we're gonna go ahead and with it. Where are the best spots to be at when on a football field or on a basketball court? High school. I'm glad that you specified high school because when it comes to college and anything beyond that, you're kind of limited as to where you can be because sometimes they will tell you where you need to stay. But at a high school level, you pretty much have free range. So when it comes to a basketball game, it depends on the angle that you are going for. The two main angles that are pretty crucial when it comes to basketball games are the bird's eye view angle, which is you pretty much just recording with a telephoto lens from the stance, or you could be recording from baseline and you get a lot more of an action-packed, really fast motion shot right there. So each shot, each angle has its own point, its own purpose. If you're at that bird's eye view, you can capture a whole lot more of the actual game. You won't miss anything. If you're at that, but the game will feel a lot slower though. If you're at the baseline, you'll get that really fast-paced, action-moving, fast-moving shots and stuff like that, but you have potential to miss some stuff, whether that be a player getting in your way or a ref. When it comes to football, it's a lot. You gotta be a lot smarter when it comes to this. With the basketball one, that's for photos and video. For football, if you're doing photography, follow the ball. So as the line of scrimmage moves, you move. You wanna be ahead of the line of scrimmage and you wanna be in the direction that the ball is going. As you can see, the action is coming towards me. So you always want the action to be coming towards you no matter where you're positioned, whether you're doing football or videography. You always want the action to be coming towards you, never away from you. You never want to be in a position where you'll end up behind the ball. Now, when it comes to photography, like I said, you pretty much just want to follow the line of scrimmage. And sometimes you may even want to be, if you have a really good camera and a really good zoom lens, you can honestly take, as soon as they get to the 50, you can head right to behind the end zone, right under the field goal. You can sit there once they're at the 50 for photography. When it comes to video, I don't think you should be anywhere beyond under the field goal of where the ball is coming to. You stay there, you're going to capture everything. There's not much you're gonna miss. I've been doing this for 3 football seasons now, and I've been preaching it to you guys. Stop being on the sidelines when you're doing videography. You're gonna keep missing stuff. What you can kind of get away with is being like on the sidelines closer towards the end zone. So it's the part of the field where the football players, when they're on the sidelines, the football players, the teams, they cannot go past a certain box. Beyond that, like towards that point, you can be there. That's the most I do. But beyond that, I wouldn't go any further like towards anywhere else. So those are the 2 positions for football and basketball. Why is Diddy in the chat? Why you always play his music? It's Diddy. What can I say? What can I say? For those who don't know, in the live streams, we have, well, apparently Diddy's always in the chat. Well, he is. Sometimes the first chatter as soon as stream goes up. I don't really know. I can't really tell you, but why do I play his music? I've been Diddified. Anyways, diddled? Anyways, when was Canon founded? I'm gonna take a wild guess. In 1964. Quick Google search. Imagine I'm right. When was Canon founded? 1937? Damn. Okay. Can you give me a Sony A1? I mean, honestly, I would probably get a second one for myself before I gave you one. I'm gonna be so real. But you know what? Sony, if y'all are watching this, but you know what? Y'all probably are, because like you gotta think high of yourself. I would love to do a giveaway of the Sony A7 I Mark II when it drops. Of the Sony A1 when it drops. Oh, I'm sorry. Of the Sony A1 Mark II when that comes out. How did you find your passion for photography and what gear did you start off with? So I have an entire video based off of this, so I'll pretty much just come up with the gist of it. This was never my passion. I started doing this because I was doing YouTube videos with my friends, just slow videos that, you know, YouTube channel stuff on my phone and everything like that. I upgraded to the Canon M50, which is the camera I vouch for so much right now. At the time, which was in 2020, at the time in 2020, the Canon M50 was like the content creator camera. You know what I mean? It was the way to go. So I just started taking pictures with it, videography and stuff like that. Obviously, you know, learning the settings and specs and all that stuff. And within doing that, I just started making money from it. So I just kept doing it. And in terms of the gear, Canon M50, the kit lens that it came with, and the 75 to 300 millimeter EF lens, and it was a teleconverter that kind of, it was a teleconverter booster, booster, something. How did you create your brand, like your name and your logo? I went through an identity crisis, as everyone does when I first started. It was Damon photos at one point, and the Damon this, and the logo looked like this at one point. It was a lot. I've gone through a lot of different changes in terms of before I got to this. And it was one of those things where it's like, when you know, you know. How did I come up with my name? It originally stemmed from my YouTube channel, which was Damon TV. So that's where the DTV came from. But I wanted the initial DTV to have a different meaning beyond Damon TV, because I knew I wanted to build a community. And I'm one of those people where I feel like my purpose has always been to motivate and inspire. And I kind of live by like motivational quote, not live by motivational quotes, but like, that's kind of like in my head how it is. So like when I was thinking about DTV, you know, and words like determined and yada, yada, yada. And then it was like determined to, and then it was like, okay, what could V mean? You know what I mean? And I just started browsing and thinking about it. I didn't think too long on it. This was all like within an hour span. And it was like, at first it was like vulture. And I'm looking it up, I'm like, nah, that's not a good word to use. And I came across venture, and I'm a huge risk taker. I love taking risks, calculated risks for the most part, for the greater good of things. And you know, sometimes you got to take a risk to get to certain positions in your life that other people are scared to do. And I feel like if you want to make your life worth it, you got to take those risks. So that's where we came with destined to venture. I just feel like destined was better than determined, and you know, destined to venture. Profile picture, or the logo, Fiverr. Quite literally, Fiverr. How old were you when you realized you could make content creating a career? Man, I want to say when I was watching FaZe back in like the Black Ops 2 days. I had to be like 13, 14, and I just knew. Bro, I knew. I've been doing YouTube since then, bro. I used to, and it's crazy. I used to always talk to my grandmother about it. I'd be like, oh man, bro, like ever since I was, like I was in elementary at this. No, I had just started middle school. And I'm like, yeah, I can do this. I can 100% be a content creator. Like 1000%. I'm on the 360. No, before middle school, I was on the Xbox 360. Obviously, I think the Xbox One was out, or whatever it is, was after 360. But I was on the Xbox 360 playing Black Ops 2, Skate 3, recording my screen with the phone. I had my PS4, I was doing videos on Destiny 1. Bro, I've been wanting to do this for so long, and I knew I could make it a career ever since then. I didn't expect this to be the direction I would take, but at the end of the day, no matter what it is that I was gonna do, I knew I was gonna be a content creator because I've been building towards this for so long. And I've been told forever that I just have a content creator personality, which is odd because I am like the complete opposite of what y'all would expect. Like in person, I'm so antisocial and to myself. Like if you ever meet me, I'm so just that quiet, chill person. Like that's just how I am. But when it comes to being in front of a camera, bro, it's automatic. It's literally automatic. There's nothing to it. It's just, I don't know, it's crazy. How did you market yourself as a business? I feel outreach and marketing is a weakness of mine. Any tips or advice would be greatly appreciated. So in terms of how do I market myself? Ever so recently, I've started to use Google Ads as a lot, but sometimes you don't have the money to throw at Google Ads. So how did I start in the beginning? As a photographer, marketing yourself is so easy because your work is something that is posted by the people you work with. They post, they tag, they collab, and the new collab feature makes it even better because now you don't even need to be tagged and stuff. You can collab with people, and now it gives people even more of a reason to go to your account. And it kind of, when I first started, I'm just now starting to actively market myself. Everything else was pretty much passive marketing and just was word of mouth. Oh, I worked with this person, they told me to this person. I worked with this person, they saw my post on here, they saw this person post with like pictures and tag me. You know, it's all been based off of that up until recently. So I would just say, just post a lot. Just post a lot. And in terms of being active, if you have the money to spend Google ads, get you some business cards, send them out, get them out, have your friends hand them out, have your family members hand them out. You know, just get a lot of referrals from people, and just, if you can, find people that have a good status or a good influence over a certain amount of other people, and do some free work for them. And then maybe you can get some clients that way. I haven't even been reading y'all names. I am so sorry, but it is what it is. How much should you charge when beginning, and what lens would you need for the long run? How much should you charge? I'd say this all the times. It is entirely based off of you, your work, what you feel like you're worth, and your area. So figure out what the median is in your area, and based off of where you are with your work as you feel, you range it from there. The lens I suggest you start with, 70 to 200. I feel like it's the best overall lens you could work with unless you're doing events. If you're doing events, 24 to 70 for sure. You can kind of get away with a 24 to 70 with a lot of sports, especially like if you're gonna do it right now, we're getting into the indoor sports. So it just depends on the type of photographer you are. If you're doing a lot more sports, strictly 70 to 200. If you're doing events and stuff like that as well, 24 to 70. As a beginner, how do I put myself out there to other schools, colleges, and how do I work myself up to the next level as a photographer? Like I just said, it seems like a lot of people have questions about marketing and like how to just put yourself out there, and you just have to put yourself out there. Like, you just got to go do it. In terms of when it comes to schools, I'm not one to tell people to go do a lot of free work, but you may just got to bite the bullet and go do some free work. I do free work, right? Where I do work where I'm not charging a client for something or a school, right? So the video and photos that I just did for Shabazz High School, they didn't pay me for that. I came out there on my own free will, right? But I'm gaining things that are beyond monetary. I think I used that right. I'm building connections with the parents, the coaches, and everything there who could potentially give me work later on down the line. And at the same time, I have my YouTube channel, so I'm able to post POV videos that you guys love so much. So I'm finding other ways that me being there can benefit me other than, oh, the parents gotta pay me or the da-da-da gotta pay me. No, like, it's just other ways that I can benefit from it. I'm at that position in my career right now where I figured out ways to do stuff like that. So you just gotta figure out, if anything, try to find some way to benefit. Don't go out there and be doing free work for nothing. You have to be finding some way where it's beneficial to you and making sure that no matter what, you're gonna capitalize off of you going out there doing that work. We got one last question and we are ending off on a good one, and I'm reading these in a row as they're coming in. What sports photography advice would you give your younger self? That's a good question. I would tell my younger self everything that I tell y'all. Literally, that's all I do. Everything that I tell you guys are things that I wish I knew before, when I was first starting. Because the fact of the matter is, when I was first starting, there were not that many sports photographers giving advice and stuff like that like I do. Still to this day, there aren't. I'm like one of a few in my field that are like really interactive with you guys and can kind of be one-on-one, and you know, I'm not like at the peak top of my career, NFL, yada yada yada, where it's like a huge disconnect. No, I'm still out here grinding the same way y'all are. And I feel like that is why, you know, you guys gravitate towards the channel and, you know, the advice that I do give. So everything that I would tell my younger self is everything that I'm telling you guys. Just keep working, keep grinding. It will work out. And 100% of the time, like, try not to be as headstrong and stubborn when it comes to doing free work. That is one main thing, because when I first started, I did not want to do free work for anybody. I was like, I'm not doing free work, like, I know my worth. But like I said before in the past question, or the last question, you just got to find other ways that makes it beneficial for you beyond just getting money. On top of that, I would 100% say, stop trying to just assume work is going to come to you. Go get the work. You know, like a lot of us, and when I was first starting, and this is things that a lot of us probably do, you know, you sit around thinking the work is just gonna come to you because, oh, a couple people tagged you in a couple posts, yada yada. No, some people you gotta really push them into booking you. You gotta be really on top of them. When people reach out and they don't reach out back for a couple days, be on top of that. Be on top of that. Like, oh, hey, I see you reached out. I want to know about the booking, yada, yada, yada. Because sometimes people did just forget. Sometimes reaching back out to a potential client is what's going to get you that booking. Because most of the times when they don't reach back out, it's because they don't want to book. But sometimes they did just forget. And then boom, you got yourself a booking. So sometimes I would just be in a position where I'm like, oh, they didn't reach back out. Man, whatever. It is what it is. I'm not reaching back out to them. What the hell? I'm the one who needs the clients. You know? So I just had to, and it was kind of like a self-conceited way of like, oh, I don't need you. You're trying to book me, man. I'm not about to come. No, like, you are the client. I need clients for my company to grow and for me to get to where I want to get to. So now that I'm in this position that I'm in now, I'm like, yeah, I understand that. And I always try to be super proactive when it comes to going out and getting the work rather than just letting it come to me. That is going to be all for this Q&A video. Listen, there are a good amount more questions in there, but I don't want to make this video super duper long. I do appreciate all the questions in there, and I feel like as I do more of these, there's going to be even more questions, and I would love for you guys to just continue asking them because I'm always going to be making these videos. I kind of think I want to make this a weekly series as well, along with a couple other things that I do, and I want to get to the point where I'm uploading like 2-3 times a week, honestly. Beyond that, I appreciate you guys so much for everything. Don't forget to drop a like, subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to check out the merch link in the description down below. Check out the preset link in the description down below, and most of all, check out that Discord link in the description down below. Like I said before, we are going to be doing a Discord giveaway at 1,000 members. Other than that, I'm going to get up out of here. I appreciate y'all as always. I love you guys so much. And yeah, that's going to be all. Don't forget to stay creative. See you next time.